Hi guys, this is our YouTube channel Imagine Bros. My name is Ernest and here we are to talk about from How to Train Your Dragon. And well guys, for the entrance on the video, I have to say that for sure this is a really tremendous experience, a really good film that for sure doesn't disappoint. And well, as a little bit of a background story, we have to say that this film, it's the live action adaptation from that classic animated How to Train Your Dragon, and this animated film, it's at the same time the animated film adaptation from that book from Cressida Cowell, How to Train Your Dragon. That we have to say that there are like a couple of differences between the book and the animated film, but between the animated film and the live action adaptation there are not a great number of differences.
Se ven muy similares.
We have to say that the film have cost around $150 million, but we have to say that the animated film cost more than this, around 165. We have to say that the budget and the coin here, it's really harness. Visually the film, it's astonishing. And well, I have to say that I want to make a little bit of a resume and give the good and positive points of the film, and the negative points, or the points in which maybe the film could have been improved. And well, now getting into the negative points, well, we have to say that for me in the entrance is the interpretation of Nico Parker. And well, I have to say that for me she's not a bad actress at all, but I have to say that in this case, well, maybe trying to reach something just like the Astrid from the animated film, like a ship, maybe on that trail she get a little bit lost, and maybe her interpretation is the same throughout the whole film. And for a lot of people maybe she fall annoying sometimes, maybe because of calling Hiccup all of the time, like a Nipo baby, and that que ella se va a quedar con la casa y que lo va a botar y toda esa talla, and maybe she's a little bit of upsetting, mostly on the beginning and on the the second act of the film, but we have to say that for sure, as the animated cartoon character does, she really have that involvement reaching at the end of the film, just like a snap, a little fast, that evolution, but she really embodies that character. Also, talking about the characters, well, we have to talk about Hiccup, well, the main character, the protagonist of the film, and well, I have to say that for me, he's a tremendous actor, guys. Really, he have done a great performance on this film. But maybe on the beginning of the film, if you a little bit of compare it with the cartoon, animated character, you can realize that come on, man, you're not that silly boy at all from that animated film, because if you compare a little bit, you can see that he's a little bit of a tall, as even taller than mostly of them, so physically he hasn't that flaw thing to get mocking of from the whole village. No seas tan crédulo, McFly. He could be improved on that, but he's really a tremendous actor, and on the third act and the second act he really achieved that vibe from Hiccup cartoon animated. And I didn't know if this point it's some negative thing, but for me, in my personal opinion, Stoic the Bast is really astonishing. That father figure from Gerald Butler performance, Stoic, it's really authentic, but maybe in the accuracy, visual aspect, maybe they could put a little bit more of layers on Gerald's mustache, in my point of view, for achieving more accuracy for this character, and well, I have to say that now getting into the great points,
Ahora sí viene lo chido.
we have to say that first of all, the visual aspect, it's really tremendous, guys. The budget here, it's really good harness, that visual aspect, that flying scenes, that I have to say that it reminds me a lot to those flight scenes from Man of Steel, talking about how the camera moves and how the texture of of the scene it's achieved here. It reminds me a lot to that. Well, talking about the visual aspect, they filmed in real scenarios, no, just like in Iceland, in all of these, like Norse countries and landscapes, no, like achieving that, like Viking and Norse vibe that the animated cartoon have, and maybe, like upgrading it, no. And well, I have to say that in humanly terms, yeah, we really own this film to Dean DeBlois, the director from the animated trilogy, and that, yeah, here it's also here to reprise his role as the live action director, and I thought, yeah, that we own him, like this film in, like in human terms, because the real great credit that we own it's to God, because if it would have been because of Universal, they would, like have done whatever they wanted, just like with Jurassic Park, a whole crap reboot, but well, in this case, thanks God and thanks Dean, we have this great live action. Also, one of the another great points of the film, the aspect of the dragons, well, I have to say that the dragons, like here have a really great, like grounded and realistic, like aspect, but yeah, we have to say that Toothless here, yeah, he's the exception of the rule, yeah, he doesn't, like lose that realistic maybe texture, but instead of that, he keeps, like that soul and that vibe from the animated, like film. It's, yeah, maybe the upgrade live action here, this Toothless. He's really that friendly pet that you always wanted, he's really friendly in all of the scenes, and when he, like have to become that beast, he achieve it, Tengo miedo! And well, his relationship with Hiccup, it's really great achievement. In the visual aspect, yeah, we have to say that on behind the scenes you can see, like the great development on how they make it. And well, we have to say that, yeah, this friendship, it's, like the another great point of the film, yeah, because it's, like copy and put it here, like with that realistic texture, but it's the same from the animated film,
Nunca más voy a dudar de ti, ni yo de ti.
And well, also the great point of the film, yeah, it's the relationship between the characters, yeah, between Hiccup and Toothless. It's a great relationship, and you perfectly can empathize with it, and yeah, Mason Thames do a great job in his performance. He copy into live action those, like movements, that personality from Hiccup, but I think that here it's, like a little bit more of like an epic tone, was more like an epic vibe, here, and stoic. Maybe he doesn't accept that his son, like have their friendship with those dragons as well. At the end, he rescued Toothless from drowning, and when he realized that his son is alive and that Toothless has saved him, well, that scene is tremendously when he accepts finally Toothless,
Ese es un verdadero hombre.
And well, the fighting against the dragon villain, it's like, like have watched Godzilla with wings,
Cielos, qué macizo!
Like that scene from the animated film here on live action, it's astonishing, and it's really, like a great experience, And well, yeah, the ending scene in the kiss between Hiccup and Astrid, it's, like truly warming, Finally watching that, it's really, like charming,
Lo logró, señor. Lo logré. Lo logró, señor. Lo logré. Lo logró.
And well, guys, also talking about the characters, yeah, I have to say that one of the greatest characters / actors, yeah, performance, it's from Nick Frost in his character of Gover, and well, we have to say that he's, like part of the engine, maybe not the engine, yeah, at all, but his character, yeah, helps the film, like to get improved, and to, like to move forward, and he's also, like in all the great scenes from the film, and well, his performance, the gestures that he have, yeah, with everyone, the advices are really great, with Stoic, well, tremendously have, like watch that ending scene, and well, we have to say that the second part of this, like trilogy, it has been also confirmed, and well, we have to say that we maybe have to be waiting a couple of, like changes, because Dean, like has confirmed that he wanted to, like to do for the animated on a different way, and that maybe here on this second, like live action part, we maybe have the chance to see those changes, with some characters maybe.
Estás tan hermosa como el día en que te fuiste.
Well guys, in a battle of a punctuation for this film, I will give it a really grade 8 because I think that maybe it's not, like greater and best than the original animated film, no, but yeah, it's really a great film, a great experience to see, And well guys, this is the video, Sam. Please, if you like the video, give me a hero like on that like button. Please, if you like and want to stay, get subscribed guys, and please let me know comments down below to read to you to acknowledge what are your thoughts about this film. Do you like it? Do you prefer the animated one? And remember guys that yes, life, it's not only one, but this one here, you have to live it and live it in abundance. God bless you so much.